my first question to you is, how much were you involved in the suit that you wear? Because that's the one thing that strikes you for any superhero is what he wears. Can you talk to me a little bit about that thought process?
Like, first of all, in this movie, superhero element is just an add-on. Like, our strong point is what I believe. Our strong point is humor and emotional connect. And the superhero suit, yeah, I'm a huge superhero fan. From my childhood, I wanted to be a superhero because I wanted to be loved by everyone. Superhero is someone who is loved by everyone. So I wanted to fly. I wanted to do a lot of things. I wanted superpowers and all. And growing up, I realized it's not going to happen. Like, that just happens in stories and movies. But later I became an actor. Then I started getting this unconditional love, which I thought I'll get if I become a superhero. And now I've got this chance to be a superhero, at least on the screen. So first time when I tried on it was in Mumbai. I came to Mumbai for the costume trial, the superhero costume trial. And I felt proud. I had a lot of emotions. And that day in that hotel room where I was doing the trials, I had a huge window and it was in one of the topmost floor. I went and stood there near that window and looked out. And I really felt like a superhero. And Basil clicked the picture, me standing there. And I was very excited. I felt the excitement until I started shooting in that costume. Shooting in that costume was not fun. Like, if I need to go to the toilet or something, I'll have to remove the whole thing. It's not two different pieces. It's one single piece. And to remove my clothes, I needed someone's help. So it's not as fun as you see.
Right. Exactly.
I wanted it to look good. I worked my ass out so that it looks good on screen. And Basil wanted me to look like a common man who got superpowers. He didn't want me to look like a bodybuilder or born superhero. So he wanted me to transform my body from a chubby physique to lean and fit towards the end. So only in the climax sequence, I'm wearing that superhero costume. Until then, I'm wearing dhoti. So I have three different superhero costumes in this movie. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's exciting. And you actually mentioned two very interesting things. One is the fact that, I mean, he is not technically the traditional superhero. He's not coming from a galaxy and all of that. And the fact that any common person can relate, identify with him because you look like a common man in the film. And your transition from that person wearing a dhoti who's just a regular boy to becoming this character is interesting, right? I want to ask you a little bit about the fact that our country or our cinema has not really dabbled much in the superhero genre. Okay, we've had Krish, which is the Bollywood stereotypical superhero. Then we've had something that Bhavesh Joshi, that Harshvardhan tried to do, which again was a very different space. And then comes your film. Mard ko dard nahi hota again is very interesting. Yes. Do you ever see Marvel has created its own galaxy of the typical superheroes? But you guys, because you are another form of superheroes, do you ever see like a cross-pollination or crossover between these characters?
So we have immense possibilities. And I was very glad to watch the movie with Bhavesh Joshi and Surya from Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota Hai. Like, they came for the premiere. And
yeah, we saw that picture.
Yeah, so maybe years later or maybe in the future we have that possibility, but I'm very curious how we are going to deal with the language. Like, India might be the only country where people from different states speak these much different languages, and India might be the only country having so much film industries. So if we can crack that thing, the language barrier thing, I think we have immense possibilities. No other country has got this much cultural diversities and this much diverse industries. And in all the industries, we are blessed with amazing actors and amazing filmmakers and amazing technicians. So I think we have to crack that and start making pan-Indian movies which can make other industries outside India jealous.
Absolutely. And I quickly also want to ask you about the fact that with somebody like a Netflix, right, has crossed language barriers and has put every possible language in the country on a global platform. And you represent Malayalam cinema in a very big way. Uh, have you seen the interest in this specific section of filmmaking rise? Like, do you see there's an increase, or you think that suddenly the spotlight is on Malayalam cinema? People who have not watched films, don't speak the language, are now watching it on something like a Netflix.
Yeah, that's the best thing about OTT platforms. In Netflix, if we look at Netflix itself, we can see Squid Game. It's not English. It's from Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And Money Heist. It's not English. It's from Spain.
Mm.
And I watched both the series in English. And I loved them. Like, basically, cinema is like it depends on visuals, not the verbal communication that we are having. Filmmaking is not just dialogues. It's the visual language that we are using. And in recent times, I think Malayalam industry has also got recognition. But let me tell you, most of you, I have watched most of the Malayalam movies. Most of you have not watched the greatest Malayalam movies because we never had a platform, we never had a platform to showcase our movies. Malayalam movies were watched only by Keralites. And Keralites watch all language movies: Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Hindi, English, Spanish, Japanese, whatever be the language. Malayalis are basically, I think, we have this culture of watching all language movies. So we had to compete with all the industries just to showcase our movie in front of Malayalis. So we had to be careful. We had to work harder with a lot of constraints. We had to try and make good movies. And I think we are trained that way now. And now, when the OTT platforms started buying Malayalam movies, Malayalam movies became accessible to everyone all over the world. Earlier, even if you wanted to watch a Malayalam movie, you didn't have an option. It was not released in all the major theaters near you, and it was not available on OTT platforms. When it came on OTT platforms, now it's accessible for you. You can watch it, and you can suggest it to your friends. They also can watch it, even if they are in a different country. They can watch it. So I think Malayalam cinema is getting the deserved recognition now.